When a narcissist reflects on losing the best, you won't believe their regret. Everyone, in today's episode, we're going to explore a fascinating aspect of narcissism that's not often talked about, what narcissists regret the most. So, what could this elusive regret possibly be? Well, the biggest regret that haunts the minds of narcissists is losing their connection with you. Narcissists often look back with regret on the day they decided to let you go. But their regret isn't usually about feeling sorry for how they treated you, the pain they might have caused you, or the hardships they put you through. Instead, it's more about something selfish, losing control and access to what some might accurately describe as their grade A supply, the perfect source for a narcissistic person. Let's dive a little deeper into the world of narcissists and their desires, using a simpler comparison. Imagine going to a workshop where you can create your own teddy bear from scratch. You get to choose the bear's fur, decide what goes inside it, and even select the voice it will have. For narcissists, finding the perfect supply is a bit like this process of making a personalized teddy bear. It might sound like a strange comparison, but it helps us understand how they see their relationships. Now let's figure out why narcissists feel regret when they lose control over someone they consider their ideal supply. It's essential to understand that their regret doesn't come from genuinely feeling sorry for any harm they may have caused that person. Instead, it's more about the distress they feel at losing something they carefully designed to give them admiration, attention, and a sense of power. The desire to feel important and valued is something that everyone can relate to on some level. Even though we might not openly talk about it, the longing to matter to someone is deep within us. The need to have a significant place in someone's life has a big impact on our emotional well-being. If you've ever gone to great lengths to support a narcissistic person, showered them with love, even though they struggle with the idea of unconditional affection, been there for them during tough times, or remained a constant presence in their life, it becomes easier to understand their sadness at losing this customized supply. It's not about your love itself, it's about the control and influence they once had over you. It's important to realize that one common trait among narcissists is their difficulty in treating others kindly and respectfully. Let's be practical about it. Many narcissists find it hard to see others as equals. They often have a skewed perspective, making it tough for them to see people as being on the same level, even if those individuals clearly surpass them in various ways, like in wealth, looks, or talents. Their way of thinking tends to be a world of illusion, which serves as a way to cope with their inner insecurities. They constantly convince themselves of their inherent superiority to balance out their self-doubts. As a result, they struggle to see people as equals, even when there's clear evidence to the contrary. Narcissists may secretly feel sad when they lose someone they considered important in their lives, even though they usually don't show it. They might act like they're excited about new things or new people, but inside they might be upset. This is because they have big egos that stop them from admitting they made a mistake or feeling vulnerable. Narcissists can be challenging to deal with because they tend to have a difficult time treating others with kindness. This difficulty arises from their belief that they are superior to everyone else. Regardless of someone's intelligence, wealth, attractiveness, or other positive qualities, narcissists struggle to acknowledge these strengths in others because they are convinced that they are the best. When a narcissist loses someone they used to control, they might feel regret inside, but they rarely let it show on the outside. Some of them quickly try to find new people or things to distract themselves from feeling bad. They might start new relationships or focus on their careers to avoid thinking about the person they lost, but they won't admit to feeling regret because they have big egos. It's crucial to remember that beneath their inflated egos, narcissists are still human beings. However, their immense pride and ego often prevent them from admitting when they have made mistakes or need to make changes in their behavior. They rarely engage in self-improvement efforts because they firmly believe that they are already the best. This stubbornness and resistance to self-reflection can make it incredibly challenging to have a healthy and productive relationship with a narcissist. Even when deep down, a narcissist might want to cry when you're leaving or when they know they've lost you, they will act like they don't care. They won't show their emotions or vulnerability because they think it makes them look weak. They know that showing emotions and vulnerability is a sign of strength, but they can't do it even when they've lost something important. Their big pride and ego make it really hard for them to admit they're wrong or express their feelings. Do narcissists ever think about their past relationships? Surprisingly, yes, they do. They think about the people they've hurt, but they never say they're sorry, not even if it feels like forever. It all comes down to their pride and ego. So even though they might feel bad inside, they rarely let it show because they want to protect their image of being perfect and strong. When you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, it's important to realize that they might secretly regret losing you, but there's a catch. Their regret tends to be genuine only if they truly lose you, not just the idea of losing you. You need to become someone they can't reach anymore. Even if you have children together, they might still have contact with them, but you must cut off their contact with you. You're on a journey to find happiness within yourself, even if it means being alone instead of rushing into a new relationship. Narcissistic individuals, despite any regret they may secretly feel, are unlikely to openly admit it. Some might show their regret through obsessive or even harmful actions, like stalking or constantly bothering you. This kind of behavior is often seen in narcissists and toxic people, and their main regret typically revolves around losing access to you. However, it's crucial to understand that for them to genuinely feel remorse, you must stop all communication with them. They won't fully understand the consequences of their actions until they face the reality of losing you. In simple terms, they won't regret mistreating you unless you completely remove them from your life. While some may struggle with guilt for what they've done in the past, not all of them do. And even if they do feel remorse, it doesn't guarantee that they'll treat you better in the future. If you're thinking about going back to a toxic relationship, remember that this isn't the sign you should be looking for. Empower yourself, stand your ground, and break free from the cycle. If they still have a presence in your life, their regret doesn't necessarily mean they'll treat you better. Don't fool yourself into thinking that things will magically improve. If a decade hasn't brought any change in their behavior, why would things be different now? It's important to question the story you tell yourself and not believe that a narcissist will treat you better just because they regret losing their hold on you. We appreciate your support for our content. Please remember to like, subscribe, and express your gratitude for continuing to support us. Your support means a lot to us.